Okay, so there's a general introduction with two halves of one soul are bonding together to create this new, amazing, beautiful entity that's connecting to themselves and to each other and to Hashem, to the Jewish people, to their purpose. That's what the wedding's doing. So the wedding day itself, many people have the custom not to see each other. The Chatan and the Kala don't see each other for 7 days before the wedding, which is a very beautiful and powerful thing to do. It creates a very deep yearning. It creates this idea of delayed gratification that continues throughout the marriage with family purity. There's a time to separate, to create that yearning and that emotional and spiritual connection, and then we come back together. So after the 7 days, at the wedding itself, the Chatan sits at the tish and the Kala sits at her Kala chair, her throne, and they're giving everyone blessings and blessings and blessings. The Kabbalists teach us that on the wedding day, the Chatan and the Kala have the power of blessing, if they're doing it in the right way, equal to the greatest tzaddik in the generation. So they're very powerful. The Chatan is called Daimeh LeMelech, which means he's compared to a king. He has the power of the king, and the Jewish king is just a flow of Hashem's Ratzon and will into the world. Someone asked the question, how long is he compared to the king? And the normal answer is for a year after the wedding, but I heard a much sweeter answer, which is that he's compared to a king as long as he treats his wife like a queen. So he really should do that for the rest of his life. Anyway, it comes up to the Bedecken, and it's a very powerful, intense, loaded moment. And he walks over to her, often amazing singing. The Kabbalists teach us that all of the souls of all their children and ancestors are escorting him to go and greet her. And what does he do? He covers her face. This is a moment when they see each other the first time in 7 days, and he covers her face with the veil. And what's the deeper idea behind this? What's actually going on is he's saying to her, my love for you is much, much deeper than your external appearance. Pirkei Avot says that love that's based on anything, it's not real love, because if any of those factors go, then the love goes. So if I love my wife because of her good character traits, or because she cooks for me, or because she's beautiful, if she loses any of those things, then my love goes. So it wasn't real love. So Jewish love is based on a much deeper soul connection. So by covering her face, we're saying my love's much beyond the external thing. It's a very, very deep thing. Another idea I often hear being said is that when Yaakov went to marry Rachel, he was given Leah, he was deceived. So what we're doing when we're going to the Bedecken is just making sure we've got the right one. However, it never really makes sense, because what you do at the Bedecken is you cover her face and then you walk away. You turn your back and walk away, so they can do the switch then very easily. So a much deeper idea is saying that even if you wake up as Leah, when I thought I was getting Rachel, which often happens, people change after marriage. In relationships, things change. It's saying, I still love you anyway. I love you for who you are on a deep level, so I'm going to be a bit different, you're going to be different, we're going to be facing challenges. We're going to not always be clear on what's going on. Even so, I still love you, so I'm going to cover you, so whether you're Rachel or Leah, it makes no difference to me. I'm committed to you, I'm committed to forming this bond, and to connect to my higher self, and connect to each other, and connect to Hashem, and really fulfill our purpose in life. So that's the Bedecken, and there's a very powerful moment. All the guests are there, and all the souls of all the ancestors and children are there. And at that point, he then turns and walks towards the chuppah. In the next video, I'm going to talk a little bit about really what's going on at the chuppah. Mazal Tov, Mazal Tov, B'Shat Tova.